Hi people, welcome to BK Jazz Dance. One of the key things that's happening now, or been happening from 2003, or actually from 2015, a number of things have happened from 2003 to 2015 to 2019. In 2003, the Department of Coaching Media Sports illuminated that all artists have been trained inadequately to compete in the creative culture industries. So it led to a lot of all the institutions started to put on business planning courses, business management courses, the arts, to create opportunities for artists to create, develop their practice, improving the way that they promoted themselves. Basically, Department of Culture, Media, Sports was really bringing to our attention that people needed to learn business acumen, they need to become more entrepreneurial, need to become more enterprising, and then most importantly, they needed to fill gaps in their learning, thinking, and development. Now, what were some of the gaps that people have? Well, some people are actually dance teachers, and so they've been passing on the wrongful practice to other people. Some people are dance coaches, some people are dance mentors, and they've not trained people adequately, so they need to go back and look at what they're doing. As an individual, I was quite lucky that business has been part of my dance development anyway, because I was a self-taught dancer who self-promoted himself in his own one-man show. So I already had that sort of ingrained in me to have a business acumen, entrepreneurial acumen, and that led to me actually going to university in 89, 91, and again in 05 to 09 as an individual. And I went to do a business plan at university and to broaden my horizons for what I wanted to do. Now, like I said, entrepreneurial thinking, enterprising thinking was part of my history in my life already. I won an award at Manchester Business School for 3 months, and in a few agencies I've got business acumen and arts management training, which was all about improving my practice as an individual. And in 2007 I won an amazing award called Commercialised Enterprise at Oxford Brookes University, which was entrepreneurial training for 2 years, for 07 to 09, which was my own idea to create my own business sustainable dance leadership project. And that sustainable dance leadership project basically was to really share with people that dance can be used in two ways. One, the generic way, to teach people leadership skills, and people across all agencies, across all industries, all sectors. Now that we've opened our minds to transferable skills happening, to open our minds to lifelong learning, because only in 1990 really that lifelong learning opened to the mainstream, that we can learn from different sectors and transfer them to different sectors of people that happen. So I needed that opportunity to open itself up. I've been doing that, and I did a bit of it at Manchester Business School, and done it within cultural groups, dance groups, African dance group, Caribbean dance groups. Within contemporary dance group, I taught generic leadership skills as well as bespoke leadership skills in the arts, and used it for a wide range of things to explore issues in non-threatening ways, develop people's communication schemes, team building skills, organising and planning. But I needed the mainstream to have its ears open, to be listening to what I was saying. So when lifelong learning came in 1990, that opened the door. So I went back to do a business plan. Now, what's happened since 2003, a number of things have taken place. In 2015, in the dance world, what came out was a new thing called sustainable dance leadership. Again, it was around individuals who were not planning to be sustainable in the industry. What was happening, many people had amazing skills, knowledge, experience about leadership, and they left the industry because they were trained that all you do is dance. And then, for example, people just dance on the stage, and then they left the stage and never passed on them skills or thought how to use them skills that weren't trained. That is why the Department of Culture, Media, Sports said what they said in 2003. Cut a long story short, what's happening, been amazing situations been taking place, is dancers left the dance world, got trained and became directors, CEOs of advertising companies. Other people became CEOs of performance and training for business industries. Now, if you know what happened in America, a lot of people who've done arts, performing arts, they ended up working for the government. So there was very much a lot of research out there about individuals transferring their skills as dancers to really establish leadership roles. So one of the things that has come up is sustainable dance leadership. And what I say to individuals today, part of individual sustainable dance leadership is different for every dancer, depending if you're grassroots to mainstream, who you are as a dancer. It's important for people to understand that as a sustainable dancer, you have to have a continuous planning development. You have to have a plan. And if you've got a business plan, that helps. But it doesn't always have to be that, but it has to be a continuous plan for your career. You thought about goal setting, certain key things to be done at certain key times. Continuous personal development is part of what you do. Continuous professional development, continuous research and development in your own business, but keep it up to date with current research and development is one of the key things that I kept up to date with. So this poster you see this was the first ever mixed movement festival ever in Britain. It came to, the woman who brought it was Dawn Crandall to 2009. I joined it then because I saw it as going to be an important, life-changing movement in the whole of Britain. And it was, because what it did, it brought together live improvisational performance in quite a few different genres to the stage, live improvisational performance through digital technology, putting dancers in New York, California, and Manchester dancers on the same stage. That's one thing. Basically, its format being in a space, basically contact theatre was in a space where after theatre, what was happening, people got this opportunity to see dance in a space, just in an informal way, see dancers, interact in a very informal way, and then if they wanted to be involved in it, they got involved in it, and then it went on to a club night. So mixed movement is basically a clever formula to introduce people to dance who come from the club, who want to recognize now what's happening. Club dancing now has now gone to the stage. So people are now performing on stage as dancers or professional dancers as well as going to the club. So the format was a beautiful format. It was introducing people to the wider ways that dance can be used from a lifestyle perspective, from a cultural perspective. This is why I love that, because this was part of my culture. Mixed movement was part of my own culture. As a dancer, I came from the club, I danced in a home, I went to social events and parties to do with dance, but later on what happens is you as an individual want to push the boundaries of your learning, thinking and development, so it takes you to the stage. That's what happens. And then from the stage you get involved in research and development work, which happened through mixed movement. You start to work with people who are in the arts, in science and technology. I've worked with amazing visual artists, I've worked with amazing architects, I've worked with amazing individuals who were involved, who DJs. I worked with amazing rappers. You work with amazing visual artists, photographers, filmmakers, video makers on a wide range of projects. And what happens, a beautiful thing, mixed movement create an opportunity for dancers to share with other people this medium. And a lot of artists, photographers, designers, loved what they saw. And basically it was an event that created networking also. So it created a number of key things, this movement. And it was about, we have dancers having their own jam sessions, because basically the idea came from the partner, Dawn Crandall, who created this. Her partner is a musician, really, and he's well, he's a multi-skill artist, but he's a musician. And in New York, they have jam sessions all the time, and they realise that dance jams are not happening in New York the same way as music. And what happened, she created this, and it's an amazing, amazing movement, and I was part of it. I'm still part of it. I was amazing part of it from 2009 to 17 in the Contact Theatre. Contact Theatre is going through a renovation at this moment in time, so they've stopped it at the moment, but I'm still part of that movement, and I added it to my wealth of knowledge experience as a dancer, as a sustainable dancer. I'm one of only a few dancers in the UK that was involved in this, involved in the continuous personal development, in the personal development training, and the research and development training. I've been involved in it as an individual. And what happens, what I'm trying to share with individuals, sustainable dancers tap in to new current events, activities. I'm a person that taps into all the underground, grassroots to mainstream events. I look to tap into very much experiment on avant-garde learning, training and dance development, particularly that's leading to performance. Why? Because they're generally the first of a kind. One, I get more experience to lead myself, lead others, and sometimes to lead organisations. Blue K Jazz Dance out.